What is up, my fellow germaphobes? So today, I have finally got around to watching Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. And I've got to say, it's not as bad as the critics are making it out to be. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised. I think it's a pretty decent film. I definitely recommend you go see it. This is a no-spoiler review, by the way, so you're good to go here if you have not seen the movie. Yeah, this movie is pretty much a sequel to Man of Steel. You probably need to watch Man of Steel before you watch this movie for a lot of things to make sense. Maybe you don't, I don't know, but I definitely recommend you do. Let's see here. Henry Cavill as Superman, same Superman from Man of Steel. That's why, I wasn't that worried about this Superman because I've already seen him in Man of Steel, but he's still the perfect Superman, so as far as Superman's concerned, he's good to go. Ben Affleck as Batman / Bruce Wayne, the Batfleck. He was awesome. I don't really have to eat my words because I never criticized him in the first place. So a lot of you out there might have to eat your own words. Deal with it. But he was an awesome Batman. Definitely not as awesome as everyone's making him out to be, but I still like him. He's still pretty great Batman. He doesn't have a no-kill code. So if you are coming off the Dark Knight trilogy, forget about it, because this is a totally different Batman. He's pretty brutal, but overall he's okay. Alfred nailed it, but he seemed a little young. You know, what is he, like barely a decade older than Bruce? I don't know, but still, he's kind of the type of butler that just makes those snarky remarks, you know, kind of sarcastic remarks. Basically, imagine Tony Stark and Jarvis, if Jarvis was an actual person, and then switch them around like their roles. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But still, they did such a good job that, to me, this truly felt like Alfred and Bruce Wayne that I was watching on screen. And this is the first time we're seeing Batman and Superman on screen together, so this is making cinematic history. So I like it. I like this movie. Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot. I thought she nailed it. She did a great job. This is the first debut of Wonder Woman in an actual movie, and it's perfect. You know, they're finally taking the character seriously. It's not all cheesy. It is legit, and no complaints. She tends to use her gauntlets a lot instead of her shield. It's like, why do you have your shield if you're using I don't know. Okay. She doesn't fly. I'm not sure. I imagine that's the thing Wonder Woman does. Like, I can fly around with her in the Lego games, so... but I haven't seen her fly. She did leap once, so there's that. But still, she's pretty cool. Let's see. Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I thought... ignore that. I thought Lex Luthor... basically, our concerns are somewhat justified, but it's not that bad. I mean, he's a bit quirky, he's a bit, cuckoo, you know, he's a bit insane. To me, he feels like he's playing the Riddler, basically. He would make a perfect Riddler. I don't know what the Riddler is actually like in the comics and stuff, so, but to me, he felt kind of like the Riddler. But, still, I like it, you know, this, Lex Luthor is not for everyone. Definitely way different than any other Lex Luthor in cinematic history. Just so you know, he's a little bit insane. He doesn't come across as that charismatic politician kind of guy. Rather, he's kind of like the spoiled rich kid that inherited his father's business, and he's also / mad scientist type of dude. But he's not as crazy as I thought he would be, you know, watching the trailers. He did have it toned down a bit. He did seem like a regular dude throughout the movie, until he was interacting with the main characters and he was a little bit crazy. Definitely by the end of the movie, though, he is a complete psycho. Holy crap. He does go bald by the end, so you know. So don't worry, he will go bald eventually. I just got a text, apparently. Let's see. But yeah, I personally like this Lex Luthor. I mean, I had no problems with him. Really, it didn't bother me that much as it does most people. Let's see here. Lois Lane, she felt to me sort of like a damsel in distress, honestly. She still has that feistiness to her that she did in Man of Steel, but I don't know, she just feels more like a damsel in distress in this movie. But I guess since it's a superhero film, people need saving, so, you know, it is what it is. Doomsday, we all knew it was coming. You've seen the trailer. If that was Doomsday, they never really say, but I can pretty much put two and two together that that's Doomsday. Is that some sort of bug crawling on my camera? What the heck? It's like a little... What? I don't know. Sorry. Let's see. The scenes in this movie are kind of all over the place, you know. We go from what Lex Luthor is doing to what Superman is doing to what Batman is doing, you know. They're just kind of random. It's basically like a comic book come to screen, basically. It's just, which to me is an okay thing. I had no problem with it, but there's really not much organization to it. I mean, I guess it's happening timeline-wise, but still it's like the scenes, one scene after another, they don't really have anything to do with each other. They're just kind of leading up to the big end thing, you know what I mean? But, yeah. A couple of other Justice League characters make cameos. 3 others, to be exact. I won't spoil that for you, but it kind of happens all at once. Like, they all make their cameos at once. You'd have to see it to know what I'm talking about. I thought the cameos were pretty cool. One in particular was kind of brutal. I was like, oh man. But, there's a lot of dream sequences in this movie, you know, flashbacks, dream sequences, mainly with Bruce Wayne. They're kind of weird, like really freaky. There's a lot of jump scares in this movie. Maybe not that many, but I'm not sure if I mentioned that already in this review or not, I don't know. But there's a few jump scares. It's like you're kind of invested, like what's going to happen next, and then boom, jumps right out at you. And even the score a little bit, you know, the music kind of reminded me of a horror movie. It's like, duh, you know, even that, but it blended in well with the film. Overall, I will give this movie a 6 out of 10 batarangs. I thought it was decent. Definitely not the best movie in the world, but it is still pretty awesome. It has plenty of action. The movie itself, it feels pretty boring, you know, like most of it is just talking and stuff, but if you're a geek like me, you'll probably be invested into it, soaking it all up anyway. Just like, it's finally on screen, shut up phone. So, yeah, I definitely recommend you go see it. Anyway, that is all for today. Until my spoiler review, see you later.